First reaction video of the day is Diddy. Did he do it? Of course he did it. It's Diddy, bro. Bro over here doing anything in his possible power just to be fucking Diddy. Imagine, bro, chat. Bro doing all this shit, bro, just to be Diddy.
Now, it looks like Diddy could be cooked, as he could possibly get 11 years behind bars. In a few days,
Bro went from 11 years to getting
Diddy will be officially sentenced, and ahead of that, there have been some big updates I want to share with you guys. Prosecutors are now saying that Diddy deserves at least 11 years in prison, while his legal team is still pushing for a much lighter sentence. And if you've been following this case, you'll remember that.
Bro, this man Diddy, dead ass, got charged with this two counts, bro. Just escorting and escorting prostitution, bro.
Back in late August, his lawyers actually tried to get the two convictions he was facing. They tried to get him thrown out, and they also tried to push for a new trial. Their whole argument was that these specific convictions weren't meant for cases like this. And now, ahead of his October 3rd sentencing, which is in a few days, the prosecution is firing back, and they're saying that Diddy doesn't deserve a new trial at all, that they have more than enough.
Niggas, it's kind of crazy because I think his lawyer is a woman, bro. I think his lawyer is a woman. Like, imagine being on the side of Diddy and knowing what he did all to these women, and you gotta fight that side that he's innocent and shit. You get me? I thought like lawyers really get bashed for a lot of shit though, because she probably got Diddy off on some crazy shit for going from at least 11 years to 4 years, bro. Them lawyers be working they magic because hello, nigga, 2 counts wasn't he about to, he got like RICO charges just on him. So that's just numerous amount of charges. Like, it ain't just 2 accounts, bro, or 4 accounts, whatever we got. RICO charges is more than like I think 10 counts against one like organization, which is just Diddy. Nigga, imagine being the one person in history getting the only solo RICO charges against yourself.
Evidence to support his conviction in the first place. On top of that, prosecutors are recommending that he deserves at least 11 years in prison when he's sentenced this Friday for the 2 counts of transportation he was found guilty of. And one of the biggest points prosecutors are making is that Diddy's victims have been left in fear, and that includes Cassie, which we'll get into that in a moment. Their recommendation comes just days after Diddy's defense argued the exact opposite. His team is pushing for a sentence of no more than 14 months behind bars, basically saying he should
a year and 2 months
only serve about the time he's already done. And prosecutors have
that's what they do. They always argue that since he's already been in custody for so long, we gotta fight and argue that the time he's already doing counts for something.
Made it very clear. They're saying that Diddy was violent, abusive, and left his victims living in fear. And even though he was acquitted of the bigger charges like SEX trafficking and racketeering conspiracy, they're still pushing for at least how high the stakes
I didn't fuck up, Chad.
reflect what they call decades of.
How did bro really his neighbors told investigators that there were school buses pulling up full of people to his cribs? 1,000 baby oils found through the crib.
Conspiracy. They're still pushing for at least 11 years in prison off of the 2 transportation convictions from July. They also argue that Diddy held all the power over the people he transported, especially Cassie Ventura. According to prosecutors, they're bringing up the hotel security footage.
Bro, 4 bomb clock years. Yes, he's doing it big time. I don't know who his lawyer was, but damn, even like I said, this recent shit, I feel like everyone's getting lucky besides YNW Melly, bro. YNW Melly, the only person I know that's still in jail. Dead ass from like 2018 till now. Bro been serving sentences without even being sentenced to anything, bro. Shit kind of crazy how you could be on trial and you could be held in jail for so long until your trial actually starts and you're convicted of. No, it's crazy. Yeah, Melly, I think Melly definitely did his shit though. 100%. Because there's no way that, and they haven't even found the niggas that they said that did the drive-by on Melly's friends, whatever. Niggas didn't even find none of the suspects that did the drive-by on them or the reason why they did a drive-by on them. And it's just like, what? And how you gonna do a drive-by and then the driver, which is Bortland, his friend, how the fuck was you unscathed and then those two get killed, like headshots, dead ass?
Which all of us at this point have probably seen, showing Diddy, doing all the things that he did to Cassie in that video, right? And they're using that as proof to show how abusive he really was. And to go even further, they want the sentence to reflect what they call decades of unchecked violence, decades of psychological, emotional, and physical damage that he's inflicted On the flip side,
y'all think the judge is a Diddy fan?
Diddy's defense, they're calling this recommendation draconian. Now, Cassie has also stepped in. She's asking the judge to weigh her suffering when deciding Diddy's sentence. Cassie, who was not only his former girlfriend, but also the star witness at the federal trial, wrote that the court should consider the many lives that Sean Combs, Diddy, has upended with his abuse and control when handing down the punishment for his prostitution-related convictions. And this part is big because we all know that her testimony has been central from the beginning. It's what helped prosecutors build their case that Diddy was running a criminal.
I haven't watched Avatar since it came out on Nickelodeon. Not gonna lie to you. That's the last time I've seen Avatar. And then the movie, besides that, I never watched Legend of Korra, nothing.
Enterprise that committed and covered up sex trafficking. In a letter to the court, Cassie went even deeper. She wrote, "While the jury did not seem to understand or believe that I engaged in freak..."
People were saying Korra wasn't even a good Avatar. The movie? Yeah, I've seen the Avatar, the live action and the cartoon one.
Because of the force and coercion the defendant used against me. I know that is the truth, and his sentence should reflect the reality of the evidence and my lived experience as a victim. So a lot of this back and forth is happening because ahead of sentencing, especially in a case of this magnitude, every little thing can play a part. And Diddy's legal team has been making a lot of moves to make sure that he gets the least amount of time possible. One of the bigger strategies has been gathering statements from prominent figures in the entertainment world, people who could vouch for his character, and dozens of supporters have now filed letters to the judge on Diddy's behalf. And yeah, we're talking very...
No matter the age? Movie night? Yeah, you never seen the movie? You never seen the Avatar movie? It was on Netflix.
Big names, everyone.
I think it was made through Netflix. Netflix actually made the movie for the Avatar. Oh, no, that was the show. That was the Avatar show. There was the Avatar movie. There's two of them, I think. There was like one back in like 2016, and there was a recent one. But she grew.
Mother to rappers like Young Miami. I'm sure you guys know who that is. She is a part of the City Girls, right? They've all come forward to ask for leniency.
You know what's crazy? I never knew Young Miami was part of City Girls. I didn't know that until like I seen her and JT together. I always thought it was just JT was a City Girl, and then the other one or two was like randoms. I didn't know Young Miami was a City Girl. I did not know that.
Diddy's sister wrote to the court, "Yes, Sean has made mistakes, serious ones," and his mother added, "Unfortunately, my son has made some terrible mistakes, in his life." The word mistakes is interesting because some people will see it as minimizing his actions because these were actions. Others look at it as simply acknowledgement of his flaws. But either way, right, it stands out that this is happening so close to his sentencing. Now, most famously, Young Miami, who dated Diddy for about 2 years, also sent in a statement, and what she wrote caught a lot of people off guard. So Young Miami actually ended up vouching for Diddy. She told the court that Diddy is not a danger or a threat to the community, and that
wasn't bro. My mouse is so sensitive
because of the force to the judge on.
What the fuck is her name? Lori? Is her name Lori Harvey? Wasn't Lori Harvey dating Diddy too? We're saying her last time, but okay. Neither of those shits.
Court that Diddy is not a danger or a threat to the community and that his kids still need him. She described him as a loving, genuine, supportive, and always encouraging guy. He motivated me, believed in me, and helped me grow both personally and professionally, she stated. Now, Young Miami actually got a lot of criticism for her letter,
and son Pryor,
for obvious reasons, regardless of the fact that she dated him. At the end of the day, she's still a woman. I'm sure you guys know that women have been very outspoken when it comes to this whole situation with Diddy. So even though prosecutors are pushing for these 11 years, there are also a lot of people who are invested in seeing Diddy back out on the streets. Now, a lot of these people, they got business ties with Diddy, so it's not surprising that they'd speak up on his behalf, but the prosecution isn't backing down. And also what's interesting is that at first they were only pushing for about 51 to 63 months. Now suddenly it's at least 11 years. Some people might see this as a strategic move. Maybe they wanted the defense to let their guard down. I don't know, but what I do know is that it shows how high the stakes really are. And you better believe that both, sides are in constant communication behind the scenes. Now, 11 years is a lot for someone like Diddy, who's been balling since the 90s, okay? He's been rich since the 90s, right? Before all this, he was untouchable, one of the most powerful figures in music. And honestly,
the question was Lori Harvey dated Diddy.
I'm not convinced that he's going to get the full-time prosecutors are pushing for, because remember, we all thought that he might have gone down for, the worst charges, but he didn't. He was found not guilty on all 3 of them, and now
he was found not guilty on all the other 3.
He's only being held accountable for the
trafficking and all the other shit.
The 2 lesser charges. So the question is he actually going to get 11 years? I'm not sure. I'm just not really convinced. What I do know is that prosecutors are applying a lot of pressure right now. They understand that perception ahead of sentencing can play a huge role, especially in a case this public where so many people want to see Diddy be held accountable. So whatever happens on October 3rd, it's going to send a message. The only question is,
I thought it was a big old story too that Jay-Z was also involved. A witness was also saying Jay-Z was also the one that coerced her into going to Diddy's party or some shit, and then they took advantage of her on some shit. What happened to that girl? What happened to all these statements? That got disproven real quick. Oh, the whole Jay-Z shit. What happened to that shit? I didn't hear nothing further besides when it first got acknowledged or whatever, brought to light. That got disproven. Oh, it was just random girls just saying stories. That shit crazy. I mean, they just randomly trying to throw niggas under the bus.
What will that message be? If you made it this far, drop a like for the algorithm. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe, of course, and drop a comment. What do you guys think about this? Y'all think that Diddy is cooked? As he could be facing, he could get 11 years in prison right now, as of right now. But we're going to find out on Friday, which is October.
Shout out Diddy, man. What the fuck he got going on? I don't know. But, yeah. Shout out to him for fucking getting 4 years out of 11. Nigga, I don't know who these niggas lawyers are, but Young Thug getting out that shit and being a free nigga after almost serving 15 years of life or whatever. Shout out to that nigga lawyer, man, because goddamn, 4 years when he had, I guess, nigga. I guess. The criminal justice system is something crazy. Was not making sense, and it looked like she was being taken advantage of. Jay not going for that shit, left my ass off. I know, because then he had to just send his, he said I had that motherfucker from the jump. Yeah. This is some crazy shit. Thing like a canary. I start out YouTube, y'all. Start there running lineage.